Hi, this is Wade Smith with our GetSmart series. Today's topic, how do I get an inventory plan that I can actually execute? Ever have someone produce a supply chain plan, whether it's inventory, supply, or demand, and you take one look at it and know that the plan does not reflect reality on the ground? Today we'll talk about the levers you have to model your supply chain accurately and fine-tune the solution. I'll cover 3 topics in this talk: modeling your supply chain, fine-tuning your inputs, and real-world examples. Let's get started. Although there are critical inputs into I/O, sometimes what's overlooked is the representation of the supply chain itself. Is your sourcing of product dynamic depending on the time of year, for example? Do you have limited warehouse capacity at many locations, so you need to be more conservative in some locations more than others? Or even have some locations not been able to hold inventory at all? Do you base your customer service levels on fill rate, 98% of the time, but need to control some parameters at the product or customer level? Don't forget that I/O has been implemented in quite a few different companies, whether you want to push material out to a warehouse or have a location pull product to them. I/O allows for quite a few configurations. With some basic configuration, I've seen companies get an 80% solution pretty quickly, but there are always unique scenarios from one product to the next that require some tweaking to get it perfect. Sometimes a client finds that the I/O solve, although optimal, is too much for the organization to handle on day one. It might suggest that you hold inventory downstream or upstream, which is the opposite of what you do today. So I/O allows you for quite a few manual interventions. I call it putting your thumb on the scale. It might cause a higher overall inventory position than you would have had with a full open 100% optimization, but it will make more sense to your organization. You can manually control internal service levels. You can make one location more expensive to hold inventory than another. You can follow a lower target service level for one group of customers over another. Although this control can go down to as low as a level as you want, you also can make rules so that general guidelines are followed. For example, you may decide to dynamically set your service levels based on how profitable a product is. Finally, use cases. There are as many supply chain configurations as companies. I've seen companies push product out or pull it in. I've seen customer service levels based dynamically on how profitable a product is. I've seen sourcing and production dynamically flip from one source to another and back again over the course of 6 months. And have I/O dynamically draw down and ramp up safety stock and inventory levels accordingly. So I'm not claiming that every single unique requirement of a company's supply chain can be modeled in I/O, but I haven't seen one yet. It's also important to note that some of these tweaks need to be evaluated against time, effort, and value. No sense spending hours every week manually tweaking some inputs only to see a microscopic savings. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to click below to like, subscribe, or comment.